Hey everyone, welcome to another Escape Room Reviews. I'm Brian.
And I'm Zach.
Today we're going to be talking about Sal's Cybernetics at the Immersive Machine in Phoenix, Arizona.
The Immersive Machine currently has just the one room, Sal's Cybernetics, but they plan to open more in time. I think they said 2 more, and then they're going to turn the lobby into a awesome cyberpunk city that'll kind of work as your base of operations and hub for the games, but also as a game in and of itself. So that'll be really cool. If I get
I don't remember if it was 2 or more, but either way, the whole building is going to be transformed into games and the whole thing immersive. Lobby and GMs, our GM was Kaylee, one of the owners, and she was fantastic, chatted with us about all the rooms we had done on our recent Phoenix escape room vacation, and she was just great to talk with. You can tell she's an enthusiast, takes great pride in the business and in the room, and she was a lot of fun as the GM as well.
Yeah, so the set, the room is impeccable. It is beautifully done, and you know that they're proud of their set because they actually let us and even encouraged us to take photos and videos of it for you guys to see on the channel after the fact. And we talked about it, and she was like, if you're gonna build a good set, you want to show it off. It advertises the room itself, and it absolutely did.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves when places won't let you take a picture in the room. Like, don't you want to show off that room? And it was fantastic. It gave you that post-apocalyptic cyberpunk vibe.
Yeah.
They actually have in their waiting room, they actually have some clothes you can put on, and they encourage you to wear those during the game or grab them afterwards for photos or whatever. So weird goggles and hats and leather
trench coats
things and feathery boas and stuff. If you check out all the reviews on Morty, you'll see everybody's dressed up. It's just a little added fun to it. But and then the set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 different distinct spaces
and each space
within
is
the
unique,
room. And just some things I hadn't seen before. Great use of modern technology, which would be antiquated in the world it's set in, but incorporated so well. I'm talking about like a dental chair and things like that, a VR headset and stuff that is modern now, but it feels like it's old. They made it feel old, but usable technology in the room. It was cool. So puzzles. There were some good ones. There was one of them that incorporated the VR headset and some teamwork. So he had it on. He could actually see kind of a rendering of the room, and he was able to communicate with us about some puzzles in the room, things that we couldn't see, but he couldn't physically do because he had on the set. So that was a lot of fun. And then some things I had seen before, but with cool spins on it that really fit the theming and everything. And then I'll say the last room, maybe more of an activity thing than a puzzle, which some people might take exception with, I know, but we just had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Very active. We got our exercise in.
Especially that last room.
No, that last room was really a lot of fun.
Every puzzle felt on theme. I mean, you're breaking into his shop. You're by rewiring the circuit boards. Everything just it fit with the world. It fit with the theme. And yet it was, nothing was too challenging, but it all made sense and it all flowed well. And like you said, that last room especially had a lot of activity puzzles, but they were really fun, and it ended off the room on a high note for sure.
Yeah, and I will say, if you're a fan of sci-fi, there were little Easter eggs everywhere in the room. Some incorporated into the puzzles, some just there for decoration, but there were nods to Spaceballs, Demolition Man, you name it. I mean, all across the board, every little thing you looked at had some little Easter egg in it. probably half that I didn't get, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you don't get them, but if you do, it just adds a little smile to your face.
So Immersive Machine gives Sal a medium difficulty. They do have variable puzzle difficulty, and I don't know if they can like turn off puzzles and stuff. That'd be something I'd be interested to find out. But they definitely have the variable difficulty thing. They gave us all of the puzzles, and it's a 60-minute room. But they also say on their website like, it's you know how long you take and you might have extra time and all this stuff. It's rated for 2 to 6 players. The game is handicap accessible. The price is $39 per person, and it's not scary. It doesn't have any live actors, but it does have a little buddy. What was his name?
His name was Crumbs.
Crumbs.
And really, really good hint system incorporated
Yes.
into the room, into the theming. I like that. I hate when places just have you speak to the air or a walkie-talkie, with the exception of a couple rooms where a walkie-talkie makes sense.
But speaking to the air makes sense, like a ghost.
Yeah, but normally I want to see something creative, and this one did have something creative where you're interacting with something in the room. Something I've only seen at a couple other places.
Yeah.
Dragon Alley in Reno and Weeping Witch in Anaheim. I'm sure there's others out there, but those are 2 that come to mind that we've done. So it's something similar along those lines if you've played those. And the GM has fun with it, and you get to interact. And yeah, he's your buddy and with along with you for the ride.
The game, it's also been nominated for Best Morty 2023 and was a Tribeca finalist actually in 2023.
Yeah.
And it's a really recent room. It just opened. It celebrated its 1 year like a week before. We got there.
It's only been open just over a year, and it's already getting some attention. The Phoenix market is definitely up and coming. Lots of good rooms. Check out our other video on the whole rundown of the vacation we did, but I was really surprised and pleasantly surprised at all the rooms down there. And then this one just stood out for how much fun it was.
Yeah.
It was not difficult, so medium difficulty. I totally agree with that. Everything was pretty intuitive. I wouldn't say linear, I wouldn't say non-linear. I'd say it's a mix of both.
Yeah, it had a lot of good diverging paths where you could split up and then you come back together and then split up and.
I just had a blast there. I would highly recommend it.
It was absolutely my favorite of the Phoenix trip. Just all around a stellar room.
Yeah, and once they get their other rooms up and going, definitely going to go back and do that. So I don't know if you've tried it. What did you guys think of it? And if you haven't gone to Phoenix, it's worth it. There are some really good rooms there, and you won't go wrong with South Cybernetics. This one's really close to the airport too. Centrally located, easy to get to. So if you haven't, go play it. If you have, what were your thoughts? Go escape a room.